Friends, my experience and observation of GP MRI since 1st July 2016 to 31st March 2025. The Alexander the Great of the modern time, Manav Ratna Dr. J.B. Krishna Reddy, supreme man, a divinely blessed soul, a disciplined man, an honest and sincere man, a man with a vision, mission, observation and perception of what is greatness. He branded me as the most disciplined man, the most honest man and the most sincere man, the most committed, dedicated disciple of G.V.K. Reddy. He sheltered me in his palace. He gave me the status equal to everyone, all the great political leaders, all the great richest men of the city, all the cine stars of Telugu films. He put me equal to them. Great man I met. That's why I call him Alexander the Great. He lifted me to the level which I never wanted, but it was his kindness. He branded me so highly that I can never forget it and I cannot pay the debt. When I reached GBK MRI, I met another great man, Dr. G.V. Ramana Rao sir, very wonderful man, a great man, a very intelligent man, a very street smart man. I went there to teach medical sciences to the Hindi belt, EMTs, emergency medical technicians, but when he talked to me, he could understand I am very different, and he told me, there are dozens of people who can teach these nursing courses, but I deserve much more. He elevated me to the level of Buddha and Vivekananda, and he gave me, you teach yoga and motivation. Transform their life process. Make them from mortality to immortality. Make them wise. They should understand the values of morality, character, honesty, integrity, humility, generosity, than just money. Because these MTs we are paying very petty. This is PPP, public-private partnership. The government and the private party does not have so much of money to pay them highly. So only people who can be philanthropists can have the attitude and aptitude to serve GBK MRI, and did it very well. I met also one great man, the president. His name is very, very unique, Satyavadi. What a great man. He perceived my greatness. Once I was lecturing, and I quote one of the greatest men of the history whom I love and adore, John F. Kennedy. He said, ask not what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do for the country. So my lecture was inspiring the employees of GBK MRI. Ask not what this philanthropic organization whose philosophy is not to earn money but to serve, not for profit. If you have passion to serve, then only you come here. He invited me to his chamber and he congratulated me. Satyavadi, wonderful friend. I met other great man, one Dr. Krishnamraju, a profession by doctor and a close association with the GVK group of industries and his family. His brothers were class friend of GVK Reddy sir, great man, wonderful man. He is in 80s but healthy, fit and wonderful. He has been working in London's medical institutions, but he came and worked for GVK group of industries for a long time. Today he is well established in GVK MRI, GVK hospitals and GVK other activities, Green Health Services. And so many other great friends I met. But I tell you, I met also one great man, lowly placed, but very honest and very sincere, very disciplined man, Bir Bahadur Shrestha, very wonderful man, the man who encountered me first when I was sent there. People call him Birbal, a wonderful friend, a good friend. These are the wonderful friends I met in GP MRI. And all credit goes to my Gurudev, Manav Ratna Dr. G.V. Krishna Reddy, whom I love him, respect him. But when I was insulted, humiliated, rejected by a man called Krishnam Raju, and through one of the saintly men, Raman Rao, I felt it very sad. Because I was friend of G.V.K. Reddy, I never belonged to any organizations and systems. I was director for 4 companies, GVK Aviation, Crescent, GVK Power Project, GVK Expressways. Only board of directors of the board has right to throw me and reject me by impeachment. But I was so badly treated by Krishnam Raju, he inspired Raman Rao to write against me. How he can write? How GVK can degrade to such a low level to throw me to the wild beasts to eat away my flesh? I don't care. I claim myself Diogenes of the Greek, ancient philosopher of 4th century, who never yielded before Alexander the Great. When Alexander the Great approached him to give him something what he needed, he said, "Get aside, don't block my son." And Alexander the Great realized the power of that man. He said, "Had I not been Alexander the Great, I could be Diogenes the dog, Diogenes the cynic, Diogenes of Sinope, of Corinth." Friends, learned lessons. They are all great people, but sometimes they lost their way. Never lose your own identification. Don't seek their validation. Everyone has different perception. My Gurudev saw me great. Raman Rao saw me Buddha and Vivekananda. And never yield before these criminals also. Once they use you to degrade your own positions, Raman Rao sir. I still love you. I will never detach myself from such great people. This is only my observations and experience of GPK MRI. You cannot defame me. You cannot degrade me because I am Diogenes of Greece, Athens, Sinope. Without material lust, without power and position lust, I was never promoted when I was working for NMDC. Because these fools, they have the power of their post but no personality, no character, no values. And I had that I learned from childhood. I was emulating the path of Buddha, Vivekananda, Subhas Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh. I love my motherland. I love my great people of India. Lal Walpal, Shivaji Maharaj, Maharaja Pratap, and everyone who worked for motherland. That is the thing I learned. I'm the poorest man. You know what I named myself? Pandit Fakir Yogi Virendra Yogi. Pandit means who loves all, respect all. But never degrade myself. I love myself. Thank you, viewers.